Ginny? Blaize? If you're in here, come on out. It's Clan. Throw some light to me. Damn it. Jenny's glasses. Dawson wasn't lying. She has been here. Most likely with Blaize. Wearing a hell of a deal and then flesh peddler taken. Hold it!
No, don't!
Hold it! Raise your hand or I'll shoot.
No, don't.
And it's up to me to make sure that you stay alive to do that. We're going to start by getting you out of town. Now, didn't you say something about being invited to speak at some mental health facility in Arizona?
I have a standing offer from a Dr. Pringle in Flagstaff. He knows my history, and he thinks I would be an inspiration to his outpatients.
Call Dr. Pringle. Tell him you'd be honored to accept his invitation.
And while you're doing that, I will get you a reservation on the next flight to Arizona.
Don't touch me. I'm no use to you. You won't get a good price for me. I'll die before you can sell me.
Sell you? Ma'am, you got me all wrong. I don't mean you any harm at all.
That's what they said, too.
They? You wouldn't be talking about a couple fellows named Deal and Laredo, would you?
As if you didn't know. They came into town and they followed me home from the library. Before I could get to my door, they grabbed me.
Ma'am, look. I can tell you've had a tough time of it here, but I swear to you, I give you my word. I'm not with those fellas. They're not friends of mine. I don't work with them. Matter of fact, I'm trying to track them down and take them back to Buchanan City to stand trial.
Are you a sheriff or something?
No, I'm a concerned citizen, and I'd like to help you if you'd let me.
Bless you, sir. I've been so deprived of food, water, and simple human kindness.
Come on, just take it easy. Take it easy. My name is Clint Buchanan. Would you like to tell me your name?
Kathleen Brady.
Kathleen Brady. Well, I'm mighty pleased to meet you, Kathleen Brady. From what little you said, I take it that you're a librarian in some town, maybe not too far away?
Spring Place.
Spring Place. It's about 10 miles from here.
Nothing like that ever happened there before.
You say that Deal and Laredo are the ones who abducted you. Can you tell me anything more about the fellow that they took you to?
He had these outrageous clothes and his hideous grin.
Does the name Smart mean anything to you?
Phineas T. Smart. When he put us in the wagon, he said we'd fetch a handsome price. Thank God I was able to escape.
Put us in the wagon? You saying there were other women in the wagon?
Several. Like cattle to market, Mr. Smart was fond of saying.
Kathleen, listen, do you by any chance remember any of the names of the other women that were in that wagon? Say, a Jenny Fletcher? A Blaize Buchanan?
There was no one called Blaize, but of course I remember Jenny.
You sure? Kathleen, was she all right the last time you saw her before you escaped?
That depends on what you mean by all right. Her spirit was as strong as ever, but she...
But what?
Deal and Mr. Smart tied her down in the wagon just to keep her quiet. Poor thing, there's no way she'll ever get away from them now.
Well?
You just made Dr. Pringle's day.
The invitation still stands?
Yes, they can't wait for me to come up there. They're going to give me a whole day where I'm going to talk to the patients and the staff.
Well, terrific. Rob, did you get your job done?
No problem. Melinda's got a seat on the next flight to Arizona.
Boy, you too just really got to be proud of yourself, huh? You got it all figured out. You're just going to ship me away and leave me sit there until I'm ready to testify?
You are not going to be any good for anybody, especially Mary Lynn, if you don't keep yourself safe.
I agree with them, Auntie.
You too, Cassie?
Yes.
Tell your aunt that we're just trying to save her neck.
Oh, no, they're trying to get rid of me so I don't spoil their plans for the trial.
Yeah, the quickest way to spoil our plans is for you to wind up dead.
We insisted that she accept the invitation to the mental health clinic in Arizona.
That's a good idea. I am all for keeping you under wraps until you're ready to testify.
3 against 1. What choice do I have?
None. Go start packing.
Kathleen, do you have any idea where Mr. Smart was headed with his wagon?
His final destination?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. He did say we had to keep moving so we'd catch a noon train to Nogales.
Mexico. Well, I gotta stop that train before it gets there. Do you have any idea what depot they were headed for?
The closest one's in Rounder's Gap. It's about a day's ride from Spring Place.
Huh. Okay. They got a head start, but that wagon's gonna be slow going, so if I ride all night, I'll be able to catch up with them before they board that train.
You're not gonna make me ride with you, are you?
No, don't
If I
worry.
see those...
Don't worry. I told you that I was gonna take you home, and that's just exactly what I'm gonna do. Get started.
Oh, my head. Oh. Oh. Cactus. This sure ain't the desert. Where in blue places am I?
Dr. Aerosmith, you're wanted in ward number 9. Dr. Aerosmith, ward number 9.
Oh, what kind of a place is this? Oh, Lordy, if I'm dreaming, I wish to Pete I'd just wake up. Oh, ma'am.
Are you one of the troupe?
Troupe.
I mean, the actors performing for the artists and the patients today. I mean, I just read so much about it, I just had to pay a visit.
Oh, no, ma'am, I'm not part of any show. You see, I just run my saloon.
Saloon?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I was wondering, could you tell me where I might be?
The Pringle Institute, of course.
Pringle. Is that anywhere near Buchanan City?
I've never heard of Buchanan City. We're on the outskirts of Flagstaff.
Flagstaff.
Excuse me, I really don't want to be late for the show.
Oh, well, ma'am, just one more thing. You see those shiny white tubes up there? What are they?
Well, fluorescent lights, of course. I'm sorry. I really must go.
Fluorescent lights. Flagstaff and Pringle Institute. Oh, Lord. They say the desert can sometimes make you crazy. Maybe... I believe maybe it just has. Oh,
dare you just step out of that box and show yourself?
It's a television. It's a television. It's a movie. See? See?
Television? Movie?
You're a new one, aren't you? My name's Ray. I've seen that look before. Yeah. You can't believe you're really in a place like this, huh? Well, honey, you are. We all are.
Oh my gosh, saints and sinners, what's next? Ray, I was just wandering through the desert. My head was about to split, and then I wake up in this place with talking boxes and Indians coming at me and people dressed funny. How the heck did I get in here?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I was making paper airplanes at my desk at the stock exchange. Watching this TV. They told me later that I was making the planes out of stocks and bonds. But only because they flew better than cardboard.
Oh, now, see, mister, I don't understand a word that... Is that somebody's idea of a joke?
Ah, calendars. I got no use for them. Years, months, weeks, days, all the same to me.
Well, it isn't to me. And looky here, how do they get these pictures to be so lifelike? And where do they get off saying that it's April 1988? I gotta get out of this place right now.
Hey, wait, where you going?
Well, Ray, I think this is some kind of fun house, but I'm not having much fun. I'm leaving. Help me, please. I've got to find my way back home.
So do I. And when my ship comes in, they'll find out they made a mistake. I'd be glad to drop you off on my way home.
Oh, great! When is your ship coming in?
Light year 2.
Light year. Oh, I don't know about that either, but where is this ship of yours coming from?
It was coming from home. Planet Mars. So the starship blasted off back from Mars, and they left me here. You see, my mission is to observe and to remember until we invade and take over.
Uh-huh. Ray, this place, it isn't just any old hospital now, is it?
No. No, it's a very special institute. They only keep the most interesting cases here. And you know, I think Dr. Pringle's going to be very taken with you.
Well, thanks. But I think I'll be going now. So long, Ray. Excuse me, everyone. Visiting hours are over. I'm afraid you'll have to leave. Excuse me, where are you going? Oh, I was just visiting Ray. I'll be going right now. No, I don't recognize you, but you are certainly one of ours. I'm sorry, you can't leave. Oh, no, but I'm not. I mean, I'm not one of yours. I'm not a patient. See, I'm just lost. Lost? Yes, ma'am. I come from Buchanan City. Ask anybody. They all know me. I'm Blaize Buchanan, Buck's wife. Oh, look, honey, come here. I've never been in a place like this before. I mean, with all these strange contraptions, you know, people dressing funny, and that calendar over there. I mean, why does it say 1988 when we both know that it is 100 years before? You are a transferee, aren't you, dear? I don't know what you call it. I just know that I woke up on that shiny floor and I found myself here.
Well, of course you did. Now, look, why don't you just sit down and I'll go find your file. If you're on any kind of medication, I'll make sure that you get your pills.
I don't need any medication. Honey, what I need is a one-way ticket home.
Well, that's what we all need. Now, come on, you just sit tight. Come on. Now, I'll be right back.
Oh, please, somebody, help me. Help me.
10:45. Got a full hour. I'll just wait for him right here. Jenny.
Well, I can't tell you how pleased we are to have you at the Institute, Miss Kramer. The staff has been abuzz ever since they heard you were coming.
Well, I really didn't have much of a choice. What I mean is that, how could I refuse your very kind offer? Now, when will I get to talk to the outpatient?
You ready to plunge right in?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's the spirit. Well, first we'll...
Dr. Pringle, Ward 5, stat.
Oh, dear. Well, I'm afraid I'll have to attend to that. In the meantime, if you would just make yourself at home in the lounge or stroll through the grounds, whatever you please, and I'll catch up with you as soon as I'm free.
Okay, don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
Good.
You won't make it stop. You gotta help me. Man, you gotta help me.
It's all right.
Please.
I've got her. Just come back into the lounge.
They won't listen to me. They want to keep me in this place, and I don't belong here.
Let go of the visitor and come with me.
Please, ma'am. Please, don't let her take me away. Well, I just want to go home.
I understand how you feel.
You do? You mean you're not one of them?
Well, when I first came to a place like this, the first thing I wanted to do was get out.
Yes.
Look, I'm Melinda Kramer. Did Dr. Pringle tell you about me?
Yes, of course, Miss Kramer.
Could I just have a couple of minutes to talk with her? I'll take full responsibility, really. Very well, thank you. There, now she's gone. Now, come on, let's go in the lounge here.
Oh, no, not in there, please. Just tell me how I can get home.
Well, yeah, we'll do that, but let's just go make ourselves comfortable first. Come on. It's okay. Come on. Here. I know, it's very scary. I mean, there's a lot of unfamiliar faces.
Guess yours is different, too.
Well, not really. I'm just like everybody else. It's just that I've managed to tame my demons, and I got out.
They let you out. Oh, just tell me how.
Well, just wait a minute. Let's first just talk a little bit here. My name is Melinda Kramer, and yours?
Blaize. Blaize Buchanan.
Jenny,
I'm Geraldine.
where'd you get that dress, ma'am?
It was given to me by a fancy man in this very station. He even threw in a gold piece in exchange for the dress I was wearing.
Does this fancy man have a name?
Called himself Smart. Don't they all? Said he wanted my dress for one of his women. I reckon she needed a touch of class.
This smart fella had more than one woman with him?
Honey, he had him a gaggle. But why talk about them? They're gone, and Geraldine is here.
Gone. You said gone?
That's right. Took the train to Nogales. Must have been, half hour ago.
No, that's impossible. That train doesn't due in here until noon.
Mister, where do you come from? Trains around here are never on time. Like most men I know, they come and go when they please.
Damn. Well, all right, if that noon train is already pulled out, when's the next one When's the next one due in? Within a few hours, one way or the other, of course.
Oh, honey, there's not another train due in here for days.
Hi, we're the guys on Full House.
Yeah, you know the show with the 3 guys, 3 kids, the baby. I'm the tall guy. I'm the dark-haired guy.
I'm the blonde-haired guy.
We're just like Charlie's Angels, but we use a lot less hairspray.
And we change diapers.
Well, they changed angels.
Watch us tonight on...
And Sandra Bernhardt, plus a look at Hair, the play that Broadway will never forget, and a salute to the United States Navy next week on Good Morning America.
Anna pays Duke an unexpected visit on General Hospital next. We now join One Life to Live, the program
I don't
already
belong
in
here, and I
progress.
would be mighty obliged if you just help me find a way out. Just sit down. Now, there's nothing to be afraid of, Blaize. Come on. Now, you said your name was Buchanan? That's right, ma'am. All right, we have to get you some new clothes, and how about a nice hot bath? Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, I'd love to soak in a hot bath if you just get me home. Now, you said you're from Arizona. Are you from Arizona? Born and raised in the territory, yes. Well, I'm from East Landview. Do you know the Buchanans? Vicky, Clint? Well, not Vicky. I've heard a lot about her, though. But I'm real good friends with Clint. And he's just the very nicest man. Of course, second to my husband, of course. You know Clint, too? Well, I did know him. Well, what, you're not friends anymore, or? You know, I hate to do this to you. You're already... Clint's dead. Dead? Oh, no, ma'am. No, not the Clint Buchanan I know. He's as alive as you and me. And if you just get me home, he can tell you that I am not crazy and that I don't belong in this place.
Here's what you do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one life to live.
So you were kidnapped by desperados? Yes, ma'am. They're working for the slave trader. Phineas T. Smart is his name. And they tried to sell you? Yes, ma'am. They probably sold poor Jenny by now, Lord knows to who. And I managed to escape from Laredo. And in fighting, I hurt my head real bad. And I just remember how much pain it was. And I thought, well, if I give in to this pain, I would never have another chance to escape. So I just kept running, and I went into the desert looking for Buck and Clint, but I couldn't find anyone. And I know that they were out there looking for me, but I couldn't find anyone, so I kept moving until I guess I finally dropped, and I woke up in this insane asylum. Well, Blaize, now, it's not really an asylum, you know. It's sort of a special hospital for psychological disorders. Now, you're giving me the same double talk as everybody else. Now, I thought I could trust you. Now, and all of a sudden, I'm believing that you don't believe a word I say either. I think I better just get out of here and look for Buck and Clint. Just wait a minute. Come on, I went through the same thing as you did. Nobody believed a word I said, and I was just as frightened and just as exasperated as you are. Now, I want to help you. I do. Then are you saying that you don't think I belong here? Look, I'm not a doctor, but I think that if you tell Dr. Pringle your story, that he will transfer you to a general hospital. God. Now, you get this straight. My mind is as clear as a bell. I own a saloon. My name is Blaize Buchanan, and this is the month of April in the year of our Lord, 1888. You know, Dr. Pringle's a very understanding man. If you just talk to him, he'll be able to help you. You can help me. Just take me to the sheriff's office, and I'll telegraph my husband, Buck, and I'll just wait for him to come and collect me, and then I won't have to be bothering you anymore. If you're suffering from heat exhaustion, don't you want to get well soon and then go home? I am not crazy. I am lost in a place where I have never been before, with people saying and doing things that I don't understand, and I keep hearing all these crazy noises outside.
That's the traffic, Blaize.
All right, you've been in the desert for a while. All you've heard is silence. Maybe you forget what traffic sounds like. Come here. I mean, we're on the first floor, so it's a little loud. Oh. What's that? That's a tractor mower. The man is mowing the lawn next to the parking lot. That is the street that goes into town, and then over there is my car, my rental car. It's black, isn't it neat?
Oh, well, tarnation, it's just like what Clint said about people driving in horseless machines. Oh, gee, I never thought I'd live to see the like of that.
Look, Blaize, when exactly did Clint tell you all these things?
Oh, well, it wasn't long after he came to town. I guess it was about a month or so ago.
Will you describe the Clint Buchanan that you know?
Oh, he's a handsome man. He's dark hair, brown eyes, strong, real strong build, and he's got a real sensitive side, kind of shy. And he's smart. He's very smart. Not just book learning either. He's got good common sense and good instincts. And he can have a hot temper. I've seen that side of him, too. And he can be kind of stubborn, of course, but boy, he's got the patience of Job. Especially with children. Oh, God, you ought to see him with children. He's just got something real special there. They just love him. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm sorry. I just don't know what to think.
Miss Kramer.
Dr. Pringle.
Are you ready to give your lecture now?
This is Blaize Buchanan, Dr. Pringle.
Hello.
Look, could you talk with her for a while? Maybe help her. She hasn't really been assigned somebody on staff yet.
I don't have time to talk. I just need to get home.
Blaize, Dr. Pringle is a friend of mine. You can trust him.
I'm not even sure I can trust you.
Well, you can, I promise.
Miss Kramer's lecture's going to last about an hour. As soon as she's through, I'll come back and we'll get better acquainted. In the meantime, I'll have lunch set up to you, and I'll also ask a nurse to take your history.
Come on, you are hungry, aren't you?
I suppose I could eat something here.
Well, that's fine. Now, you just relax. You watch TV, enjoy your lunch, and we'll be back soon.
Everything's going to be all right, really. Really, I promise.
This is the Noon News. I'm Phyllis Collins. In the headlines, President Reagan steps up the effort in the administration's war on drugs. New developments in the Arab-Israeli conflicts, the result of our news poll in the Republican and Democratic presidential candidates, and a major court battle looms as more companies push for random drug testing.
General Hospital's 25th anniversary.
What is it, darling? Are you in pain?
No pain. No pain at all.
Back in '63, all of the excitement happened right here in the hospital.
But since then, we've done a little traveling.
My God, it's Fred! We'll never make it!
For all these exciting memories,
Happy anniversary, General Hospital. The mayor is gearing up for Wednesday afternoon's city council meeting. A heated debate is expected on the proposal to build a shelter for the homeless on Sunset Drive. Council members opposed to the plan argue that the several alternative sites would be less costly.
Yeah, if the council had its way, they'd put us all in the desert just so they wouldn't have to bother with us.
Are there really families that don't have homes to live in?
Yeah, it's a crying shame.
And Ray, who's this President Reagan, the man in the box, keeps talking about? I mean, what happened to President Cleveland?
He's in the great White House in the sky. It's been there for years. Reagan's been in office for 7. Used to be an actor before he got into politics. Watch the little box long enough, you'll see one of his movies.
Well, Ray, how long ago did President Cleveland die?
I'm not sure exactly. 75, maybe 100 years.
Ray, would you give me a hand with these trays, please?
I'd be honored. Hey, you got one there for my friend?
Yeah, right there, thanks. Mrs. Buchanan, I'm afraid we can't locate your file anywhere. So after you've had your lunch, I'll come back and we'll fill out a new one together, okay? What's this?
Milk, crackers, soup, hamburger, potato chips. You open the milk like this. See? Like that. Get your straw. Take the paper off. Put it in the milk. Then you sip.
This.
Oh, that keeps it fresh.
Hamburger?
Hamburger.
What's it made of?
Ground beef.
This is ground beef.
No, this is a styrofoam container. The hamburger's inside. You don't eat the styrofoam. You eat the hamburger. And the bun. Very tasty.
Oh, dear Lord. Give me strength and guidance where I've never needed it before.
Oh, Blaize, eat your lunch. There's nothing to be afraid of.
You know, you don't understand, Ray. I figure somehow I have traveled into the middle of the future. Or I've really gone plumb loco.
I vote for the future. Because I know for a fact that nobody in this place is crazy. I'll see you later.
Where you going?
I'm gonna stash this hamburger with some other food I've been saving for my trip to Mars. Check you later.
The people in this place are crazy. I am not. I'm in 1988.
One Life to Live will continue in a moment.
Were you a patient at Hillcrest Sanitarium?
I have never been in an asylum in my life, and I don't belong here now.
Okay. I insist that you are from Buchanan City.
I am.
Well, no town exists with that name, and we haven't been able to locate any Buck Buchanan who you claim is your husband.
It is not a claim, it's a simple statement of fact. He's out looking for Deal and Laredo and the slave trader. They're the ones who took my jewelry. And if you just telegraph Will Simmons at the general store, he'll be able to tell you who I am.
In Buchanan City, which doesn't exist. Nor do slave traders exist.
Well, they are working their trade where I come from because I was definitely snatched by one. What I am trying to tell you is that I am not from this century. That's why I'm taken back with these milk cartons and the see-through stuff that the crackers come in and the horseless machines.
Oh, Dr. thank heavens.
Well, how's it going?
I figured out what my problem is, Doctor. I have landed smack dab in the middle of the future.
Well, what year were you living in before?
1888.
Do you know how you got here?
If I knew, I would simply turn right around and go back.
Did you complete that history?
Well, what I could manage.
I answered all her questions, but she just chose not to believe me.
Well, excuse us for a sec.
You're the doctor, but I can call it classic signs of schizophrenic delusions.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's prepare Miss Buchanan for some tests. Now, she might like to bathe first and change into a fresh ground.
Yes, Doctor. Melinda, you're my only hope. You can't let them keep me here. Please, you said you understood the way I feel.
I do. If you'll just trust Dr. Pringle, you'll feel so much better tomorrow, and even better next week, and, well, I'll write.
You can't leave me here. I'll never get back home. Oh, please, don't do this to me. Please, don't turn your back on me. I'm begging you.
Look, they'll take good care of you. You'll be just fine, really.
Melinda, please don't go. I'm never going to see my husband and my family again. I won't wither up and die in this place.
Now, there's nothing to be afraid of. I'll be with you the whole time. Okay, I'll get a nurse to run a hot bath for you, and then we'll get down to work and make you feel a lot better. Nurse?
I know you heard what he said. I know you did.
Yeah,
Okay, so tell me what's going to happen to me.
probably same thing that happened to me. They'll give you doses of drugs and then shock therapy.
What?
Shock therapy.
Oh, no. No. I'm not taking any medicines, and I'm not having my head shocked.
Blaize, it cured me. I mean, why else do you think the staff lets me hang out here in the lounge so that I can greet my spaceship when it comes?
Well, have a safe trip, Ray. I'm gonna get out of this madhouse.
You'll get as far as the front gate and they'll ask for a pass. You'll just be back here in 10 minutes. And then I'll probably never see you again.
Right?
What?
You're not gonna see what I'm about to do.
What?
Well, thank you for coming all this way, Melinda. Your lecture was an inspiration to the patients.
Oh, thank you so much. If you ever need anyone to speak again, just let me know.
Well, thank you, I will.
By the way, Doctor, do you think that Blaize Buchanan suffered a heat stroke from her ordeal in the desert?
Well, she certainly suffered some kind of trauma. I'm very concerned about her.
Well, I witnessed a murder once, and no one believed me, so I'd sympathize with her, but I don't know, saying you're from 1880 and went through a time warp, I guess that's a little difficult for anyone to accept, isn't it? I'd just appreciate it if you kept in contact with me about her progress.
Oh, I'd be glad to.
Well, I have a plane to catch.
Well, have a safe flight, and thank you again.
Thank you, Doctor.
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry.
Back there. Oh, Melinda, I just had to get away from that horrible place. Ray was telling me the doctors were going to stick me with needles and give me strange medicine and shock my brain.
It's a perfectly acceptable medical procedure.
Well, it's unnatural, and it's a terrible thing to do to anyone.
I know, but it's supposed to help you if it's done correctly.
Well, I don't need help by somebody shooting lightning into my brain. What I need is just to get back to Buchanan City.
That place doesn't even exist.
Now, look. I am not talking like that poor fella that's talking about going back to Mars. I'm talking about where I was born and raised. And I just need to get back home, and you gotta help me, please.
I would love to help you, but I am not a doctor.
That's why I trust you. Those doctors think I am insane. I'm not. I just need to go home.
All right. I'm sorry, but I have to do what I think is best.
What are you doing?
I'm going to take you back to the hospital.
Blaize, don't you ever do that again. I'm sorry. It's just, I couldn't let you take me back to that hospital. I don't want to turn into a hunchback old witch.
What are you talking about?
Well, they sent Preacher Patterson's wife to such a place, and she came out all withered and shriveled up and looking like the life had just been drained right out of her.
I don't know what I'm going to do with you.
Oh, just take me home. Here. It's all I've got, and I always kept this in my shoe, and I want you to have it.
I don't...
Just promise that you'll keep those doctors away from me.
Blaize, I don't want your money.
I want you to take it.
This is a $20 gold piece. It's gold.
Well, of course it is. Oh, don't tell me that folks around here use that worthless paper money.
This is real? Wait a minute. Are you telling me that you actually fell into the future?
Yes. What do you think I've been trying to tell you?
No. This is too outrageous.
Okay, look, I'll make you a deal. If I can't convince you that I'm not loco, then you can turn this horseless buggy around and take me right back to that hospital.
All right. I'm listening. I want you to know that I understand how you feel. You're alone. No one trusts you. I know because I've been there before. Now, you seem
sane and reasonable, and I like you. I really do. It's just that what you're asking me to believe is totally impossible.
That's fair enough. But if you believe that Clint's dead and it's impossible that I would have met him, then how come I know that he's got 3 fine children with the names Kevin, Joey, and Jessica?
Buchanans are well known in Arizona. You probably read something in the newspaper.
Clint? In the newspaper? Honey, he's a modest man. Why, he wouldn't even let him run a story on him after he put a stop to the range war.
The range war?
Yes, ma'am. Thanks to Clint, the farmers and ranchers are living side by side in peace.
That was over 100 years...
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. I am not going to get myself all involved in this. If you know Clint, it's because you just met him in Arizona.
I do know Clint, and I also know that he's not dead. This very minute, he is out in that desert searching for that slave trader, Phineas T. Smart, for kidnapping Jenny Fletcher. And if you just get me to Buchanan City, I can prove to you I am not 10 cents short of $1.
I don't even know where Buchanan City is.
Well, ain't you got a map or something?
A map isn't going to help if the place doesn't even exist.
Well, fine friend you turned out to be. I mean, you say you want to help me, and then you don't even believe a thing I say.
All right. You're right. You need someone who can trust you. Look, tell you what. If you'll agree, I will call Dr. Pringle, and I will tell him that you're with me, and that I'm bringing you back to Landview, Pennsylvania. And there, I will introduce you to Vicki Buchanan.
Clint's wife?
Yes, that's right. Now, if you can convince Vicki that you know Clint, then I'll believe you too.
And if I don't?
If you don't, I'm going to call Dr. Pringle and have him take you back to the hospital.
Honey, you got yourself a deal. Well, what are you waiting for? Slap the reins on this buggy and let's get it rolling.